Ebony and ivory.
We don't see color.
Living in perfect harmony.
Oh, good thing we're wearing flats today, girls.
Oh, here we go.
My name is Olivia Like It.
And I'm India Naomi.
And
this is Queen Versus. Hello, Norman. How are y'all doing? Oh, I love it. We are Queen Versus. My name is India Naomi.
I'm Olivia Like It.
Yes, welcome to our lovely taping of our podcast. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Do we have any fans out there already? That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. See, you guys are like my 12 disciples, okay? So you're going to spread the good news. Spread the good news, all right?
There's a traitor among them, then.
It's Robert.
That's scary.
Yeah.
You're Judas. Oh. I read my Bible. I know about it. I've heard of it.
Yes. How are you, Olivia?
I'm good. I love a small pride, like a small town pride, like not in the big city in June. I love an early pride or a late pride.
Yes.
I know it's not June, but man, it is so nice out.
Yes. Yes, and we got the shade, so that's lovely. That's lovely. It's nice and cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but I have on like 6 layers of tights. And like 3 inches of styrofoam. I'll let you guess where.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. My God. Well, who are we?
Who are we?
Who is Queen Versus? What do we do?
Well, we talk about a little bit of everything. We are a social and political podcast here to voice the opinion of what we like to consider our community. And so we like to talk about what it's like being queer, being in a red state, and a little bit of everything, actually. We talk about some like fun ideas and some politics just to keep our community up to date. Just, doing a big service for our community.
We used to do a lot more fun episodes a little while ago.
We did.
It feels like every time we want to do a fun episode, like something crazy happens and we're like, well, we'll do an
wait on
episode
that.
about that crazy thing and we'll put the fun one on the burner for later.
Oh, absolutely.
But eventually, we're going to do fun episodes again. We're just going to smile and have a good time. But for now, it's the hard-hitting stuff, unfortunately. But what can you do besides make a difference? Talk about the things,
Yeah.
That's the goal. So that's what we do. That's what we like to do. We've been, this is going on 2 years now we've been doing this.
2 years.
Which is crazy.
Time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies when you do things with the people that you love. Yes. Is that recording? All right, cool, great.
Oh.
All right, it's on record.
Who's she
It's on record. I don't have to be nice anymore. Yeah.
She got her one compliment, and I appreciate that. You know what? Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that.
Yes.
Let's do a Pride recap. We were here last year, which is crazy. It's already been a whole entire year since last Pride.
Jeez.
Where is the time going, truly? So, somebody's taking it, it feels like.
Yeah.
That literally
Yes.
has gone by so fast. So how's your year been since last Pride?
My year's been pretty good, honestly. I mean, besides everything that's going on, in the world, me personally at home, things have been picking up in terms of like work and my career. Drag has been picking up, and you know what? It's so crazy to think that even though that there are some crazy things going on in the world, drag is needed more than ever. And so I've been booked and I've been blessed, been making a difference. I've become a part of a pride board, so that's fun. Yeah, so I'm just doing things for my community.
She's too busy for me now. She's always busy. I text her, I say, you want to do something? She said, I can't. I got a pride board meeting or I'm cross-dressing, nothing crazy, just always busy.
Always
But
busy.
June is like the Olympics for drag queens. It's true. Like it's you can go all year long not doing nothing and then suddenly
It's the long stretch.
Yeah.
It's the long run.
100,000 degrees outside and you're in a wig and heels,
Yes, absolutely.
That's the season that makes or breaks you right there.
Right, absolutely.
And it has broken me time and time again.
Right.
Okay.
And here we are. How was your year?
It's been good. Last year we got to talk about some stuff and ever since then it has just gotten, I feel like, more and more and more important and more issues that need to be tackled and challenged. And so I was hoping things would be different. This year we'd come back and have all good news, only good things, positive things to say. But unfortunately, there's still a lot to talk about.
Right.
And we talked about the meaning of pride last year and about how important it was. Has that changed at all, you think?
No, I think I think it's gotten deeper. I think the meaning has gotten deeper and stronger because last year we talked about, how important community is and how it is important to keep those around you near and, close, make sure you all are safe and speaking out, protecting one another. And now it's just become even more detrimental and more of a, necessity. So I think it's just gotten stronger. It's just gotten, it's become a stronger feeling and a stronger, what's the word? Oh,
Robert, hand me my thesaurus.
Please. No, like I said, there's a stronger need for it. There's a stronger need to stand up, stand out, and fight back. So yeah, absolutely. What about you?
Well, yeah, last year we talked about Pride being, in the past, it had gotten to a point where it's like a little bit corporate. We have these big shows, big sponsorships, big businesses coming in. And the cool thing to do was to sponsor Pride. But now that you've been working on the Pride Board in Oklahoma City, you said it's been kind of difficult to get the big businesses
it is.
to come back in.
Yes, which it's a lot more meaningful to me, honestly, because you get to see people for who they really are. Who's out to make a difference in the community or to make a buck off of the community. Yeah. And so I've been fortunate enough to get to know some of the smaller local businesses, and it's crazy, but they are here to support. They're here to be a part of their community and support their community.
Well, yeah, and that we talked about, Pride changing its meaning a little bit. It's more community-based.
Right.
It's a lot more connected, and it's more a protest now than it was. It's always been a protest, but we got to the point where we're going through the motions. We didn't feel as scared as we do now. And so,
right,
as you see big businesses pulling their sponsorships, and you go to Pride and there's not a celebrity, a headliner, you don't have David Archuleta again or Cornbread or something like that, because they're not shelling out money to make things happen, but you can still go and have a good time. And you just realize you go back to the roots of it all.
Right.
Where you're going for community, you're going for small business, you're going to create memories with the people you go with, not because you want to see, a crazy famous celebrity. You're going because you want to support the mission of what Pride is supposed to be.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
so if you go to the big prides this year, I know we're enormous supporting. So if you ever go to the big prides, you don't see the big liquor places sponsoring it or things like that. It's more important to go to those small areas, right? To go to the local breweries,
right.
Get something from them. Go to the local food trucks, get stuff from them, because now they need your money. That's where it is. That's where that money needs to go. Is to local businesses who care about us, care enough to show up and show out at events like this, because this is not popular anymore.
No, it's not. It's not as popular what it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Pride, what are we proud of? What are you proud of?
Well, I'm proud of my community. I'm proud of my community for getting involved. I'm proud of the lovely podcast. We've grown a lot in terms of not just who we are, but we've gained more of an identity, and I feel like we've gotten a lot more impactful into our communities and the people that listen to us. We've gained some fans, so I'm super proud of that. Yeah. I'm proud of myself for sticking through it all, because it's been hard as hell.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, it has been, yeah. Absolutely. What are you proud of?
Well, you know what? I'm proud of being gay, I think. That sounds cliche. But when you grow up for so long being ashamed of it, to be able to say that eventually, that is, I feel like a big
relief.
It's a big moment, because there's people over there who tell you that it's crazy. They don't like it at all. And so to be able to say that and mean it, to be proud to be queer now is important.
Yeah.
If some people might feel like it's easier, and for them it might be, to make yourself small, to be unseen, go under the radar, wear muted clothes, don't paint your nails, don't do your makeup crazy, because you might feel safer. And perhaps you might be safer, but safe don't mean it's the best option, because you might mute yourself and you're missing an opportunity to be an example for a small queer person out there who wants to see somebody like them living authentically. So if you have the means to be yourself in public and out loud all the time, I think you should be.
Yeah,
I think that's important to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm proud to... I'm proud of it. I'm proud to, I'm working on it though too, to go out and be yourself and wear what you want to wear and not worry about anybody else's opinion. It's hard. It's a hard time to get there. You doing drag in Oklahoma, it gets scary. It gets worrisome to go on the streets and walk around in full drag, but we're working on it, and I think it's important to Be visible.
Yeah, yeah, and don't do it just for yourself. Do it for others, because like you said, someone can be watching and they might need that inspiration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Femininity as well, I think. I forgot to say that.
Oh yeah, all of this femininity on the stage. Yes.
Not this specifically, but like underneath all of this is as two effeminate little gay boys, who were always told they were told that they can't be that. You can't look like that. You can't walk like that. You can't stand like that. And so to be able to walk like that, stand like that, and dress like that now is really empowering.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we're doing it with a purpose.
Baby, yes.
Well, yeah,
I got my little cha-cha heels on, and I walked down there, and I had to cuss at the little protesters a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't like to cuss. Y'all don't make me cuss now. I don't like to cuss, but sometimes I do.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Sometimes
bit.
I do. Oh gosh,
screaming.
My God. So when we talk about embracing drag, embracing femininity, and embracing being queer, being gay, there are sacrifices that come along with that.
Yes, absolutely.
And so we want to talk a little bit about our own stories, if that's okay. Maybe it might resonate with you a little bit. Maybe you'll feel a little bit of something from it. But a lot of times, and I'm sure it's no surprise, having family support after you come out is not always an option for a lot of people.
Right, absolutely.
I'm going to talk a little bit about...
Yeah, no, specifically mine, it took a very long time for my family to come around to me being gay at first. And so that was a very hard conversation, and it takes a lot of guts to, be strong and be independent and be confident to telling people who you are, especially those that are close to you. And it's also earth-shattering to see that sometimes they may not be your support system. But regardless of the fact, there are people that do support you and that love you for who you are. And that was something that I had to learn and I had to go find. And I found it in spaces like this, and which is all the reason why, we come out and we do these lovely things. But, family support it can make or break an individual. And I definitely learned the true definition of family. And sometimes blood isn't thicker than water. Okay. Sometimes your family is people who are somebody that supports you, that's there, that picks you up, and things like that. And what I've also learned is that the more that you choose to be yourself unapologetically and just boldly, then those people will reveal themselves to you. And sometimes those people that you thought would be there for you, sometimes they either learn to accept it or move on. And if they want to be a part of your life, then they definitely have that choice. It's their choice, because you're not going to change, and you shouldn't. And I definitely started living my life bold and beautiful and out loud. And then I started doing drag, and that was another tough pill to swallow for my family, but it didn't stop me nonetheless. In fact, it drove me to go even harder. And eventually they were like, well, maybe it's not them, maybe it's me. And so then they started to have that conversation with themselves. And then they came around. And if they wanted me in their lives, then they chose to, put me in their lives and keep me in their lives, or else they were going to lose me. And I'm very grateful to say that, after doing all of that, they did come around and they were like, you know what, no matter what, you mean the world to me. So I'm going to do what it takes to support you and to be your support system, to be there for you, to cheer for you. And now my family cheers me on more than ever. They're out at my shows. Sometimes my mom will call right before we're about to record an episode of the podcast. Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, about to do an episode. And she's like, oh, tell everyone I said hi. And so it does seem a little scary at first. And I was definitely terrified to do life without, the family that I knew for so many years. But I did it. And I'm one of the few to come out on the other side stronger, better, and still being able to, keep my family, both chosen and blood. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you.
I like that you said it's their choice. Like, it's their choice to be
Absolutely.
part of your life.
Yeah.
And if you give them an option, yes or no, sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer that they will give you is no. That does not mean that you need to change
Right.
to win their
Yes.
approval.
Absolutely.
You don't need to make yourself different to try to convince them that you're worth their love. If they come around to it and change their answer, good. But it cannot be because you made yourself different.
Right.
You cannot convince them to love you as somebody else because they're not loving you. They're loving somebody. They're loving a character that you created for them. Right? They need to love you for you.
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Which you've also recently gone through a very similar situation. That was, if some of you have been following the podcast, some of you already know.
I don't think I've talked about it.
You haven't talked in depth about it. No, we've hinted on it a few things.
So, breaking news. So I grew up in the Deep South. You know, I know people think Oklahoma's the South. That's so fun. I grew up on a dirt road in the middle of North Florida, okay? I was a hillbilly barefoot out there just fishing in the creek, you know? And so the first gay person I ever met was actually my uncle. He was married to my aunt, and they found out that he was gay. You know, he was doing gay stuff on the side, you know? Wow, you know, shocked a little town. And so everything he knew was upended and destroyed, you know? His family turned their back on him, threw him out of the house, had nowhere to go, and they saw his life unravel. They saw him not be able to live. You know, he lost everything, had no one, and when that happens to somebody, they don't always make the best choices. And we can't really be mad at them for doing the best of what they have. And so for the longest time, the only person I knew was gay was somebody whose life was destroyed because of being gay. And that's what they pointed. They said, he's gay, look what happened to him. And that will happen to everybody else too. But in reality, that was manifest destiny, right? That was created. They created that situation that drove him to have nothing, right? And so for a long time, that turmoil inside of me was like, I can't be gay because then I'll be destroyed. You know, the sign over there says Sodom was destroyed. You know, that was my upbringing, that I will lose everything should I come to terms with being gay. And so I hid it from my family for a long time. My entire life, in fact, until maybe a few months ago, actually, they knew nothing about me. We had a cordial relationship. I'm in a long-term relationship with my partner, and I would go visit them on holidays for a couple hours just to see them. I would put on a character and I would go home. And I felt I left him on holidays alone, and it tore at me. It ruined my insides, you know, because I have the person I care about is not with me on these holidays, but the people I care about I want to go see so bad. But if I tell them who I am, they won't love me anymore. And so I'm torn between these two things, and it made me feel like this horrible, evil person. And I know in reality, I was just trying to do the best with what I had. And so a few weeks, this last season, I did not see them for my birthday in September. I did not see them for Thanksgiving. I did not see them for Christmas. And they were like, why? What is going on? So finally I sat down, I had our recording equipment set up. I filmed just as my boy self, I filmed an audio recording of a confession, really. Just everything that I am out in the open. I told them I'm gay. I'm getting married to a man. I'm a drag queen. I'm a social advocate. I have a podcast, you know. And my context, my parents are Pentecostal pastors. That's what they do for work. And so you can imagine where I'm coming from. And so I sent them that. I turned my phone off. I said, do not contact me if it's negative. I will never be made to feel how I feel right now ever again. So you have a choice. You can be part of my life in its entirety, or this is the last we will see each other. And so I turned my phone off, fully expecting them to never speak to me again. I had mourned them for years. Just that relationship getting, that window of us being together, smaller and smaller and smaller, just waiting for the time where it's non-existent. And I opened my phone to a message from my father, and he said, we love you. We still love you. And we want to meet him. They want to meet my fiance, you know, and which is mind-boggling to me. It was quite shocking, quite emotional, truly.
Yeah, can we
And-
also like applause for Queer Love? She did get engaged this past year, so congratulations to them.
Look at that, I got a ring on.
Look at that,
everything.
wow.
It's real. And so that was shocking to me. And then I've been, to be honest, going over my head. Did I wait too long? What did I wait too long? Should I have told them sooner? But we've had this conversation. It took not seeing them for these big important moments, like to set boundaries and say, I am not going to see you if you do not see me for who I am. For them to say, okay, you mean it. You know, I don't believe there was a time earlier where I could have told them the truth and they'd be fine with it. And so it's been a process. It has been painful. It's been a learning process. And they are trying, and that's all that I can ask for at this point. That's all I can ask for is us trying to work and amend our relationship. But if we can do it, if they can figure it out, I know there's hope for a lot of other people as well, you know. And so if you are in a position where you feel hopeless or you feel like they'll never come around to it, or you are, you know, you just are terrified, and it will be terrifying for a little bit, but eventually things will work out. It might not get the answer you want. It might not be the answer you're looking for, but you will be okay to some degree.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is all the more reason of why events and things like this, like Pride, is so important, is because there are some times where, you know, we are the two lucky cases. You know what I mean? And so there are a lot of people who don't get to have that mended relationship with their family. So they seek family here. And it is our job as, you know, people of the community to welcome them with open arms. And that's why we come here. This is why, you know, besides the food trucks, besides the vendors, besides all of the advertisement, the merch, and things like that, we're here to support each other, to celebrate each other's differences, but also know that we've come from the same path, and it brought us here together. And that's why Pride is important.
Yeah, community is community. Every step of the way.
Every step of the way.
Just being here and seeing people who value you, who see you for you, who believe that you are valuable. That is invaluable. That is you cannot replace that. In a small town like this, it is. Is Norman small? Well, how big is Norman? I don't remember.
It's pretty big.
I live here.
Yeah, you live here. I just visit.
I don't
once
drive the roads and do a census.
I do, and let me tell you, those roads are terrible.
Count the people.
The roads
Stop
are terrible.
moving. The roads. Are the roads bad?
Yes.
I'm used to it.
Get
I don't.
here.
I don't drive. I don't drive.
See. Y'all gotta figure that out. I don't know. Y'all gotta figure that out.
Oh my God.
That would be my platform if I ran for office. Figure it out.
Oh.
Figure it out.
Somebody
Get
got
on
to.
or get off. And use your signal light, please.
Now, no, a Norman driver is not going to use a signal light. That is absolutely
Who are you
not.
telling?
Every time I go to eat lunch at the hospital,
God.
somebody almost like T-bones me going in. I saw a lady drive over the roundabout to get to her doctor's appointment.
Wait.
Not around it, over the roundabout.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You said they almost T-boned you.
Yeah.
You walk.
I have not always been on my
It's like,
on
wait.
this journey.
Okay.
I've been walking a lot more. Stop looking at me. Now look what you've done. Pride. No, so we talk about pride being important. And community and like-minded people and visibility. Now more than ever, visibility. Because, I don't know if y'all know this, but there has been a record number of anti-LGBTQ plus laws sweeping the entire nation.
Absolutely.
We broke that. Last year, we broke that in like February. Like we already beat last year and we beat the year before that and the year before that. It is a constant snowball of just more and more. And people talk about, you know, you're not in danger, they're not passing, everything's fine. The audacity.
Right.
If they believe that they can infringe on our rights as Americans.
They will.
And if they believe they can even put it forth and say those things out loud, it should be embarrassing. They should be fearful to say those things out loud, right? Because those are unforgivable things to say. To say that people in America do not deserve their freedom anymore, y'all are too comfortable. Okay, y'all got far too comfortable.
Right.
And a lot of gaslighting, Republican gaslighting saying, what have you lost? What have you truly lost? What rights have been taken from you? You want a list? Do you want me to, do you want it
alphabetically or chronologically? Which one?
They don't want to point to proposed legislation. They want to point to Kansas, trans people losing their licenses, right? They don't want to talk. They don't want to point. They don't want to point to women losing health care, right? They don't want to point to none of that.
Right.
What else? What else you got? And so the gaslighting, it's really annoying. It's really quite annoying because it's so blatant and obvious and constant.
Yes.
That they are here to take and strip our rights away. Like it's not in the shadows. It used to be a little
subliminal.
Yeah, back alley deal.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
a secret. Mom, this is public now.
Yeah,
Look, public property.
Yeah. They're doing it in the streets.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and so we've seen a counter to that. You know, all these protests happening. This right here, what we're doing right now, y'all sitting here, this is a protest.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Y'all are here in protest. The No Kings protest that just happened, I was emotional that entire day. The one at the park down there where, y'all know where the Panda Express is? I do. I know where it is, okay? And I know how to get to it from anywhere in Norman. I will find my way there.
Oh, my goodness.
Wait. Okay, I know.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Yeah, you got it.
Sure. But then the park, they had a big No King's Day protest, and it was just waves of people coming in, of Normanites saying, no, we're not going to take this anymore. I saw a lady, she had a walker and just flags on it. And she was walking from across a couple miles away. She took time out of her day to go and be present there. And that just...
Love that. Love that.
Did something to me, you know, because it would be easy for her to say, I can't make it, I'm going to stay home. You know, it'd be easy for her to say, let them do it. They can get there easier. I'm going to stay home. But she cared so much that she got up, got dressed, and she left 3 hours early to make sure she could be there so her voice could be heard. And that made me feel like I'm not doing enough.
Right.
You know, that made me feel like I should be doing more.
Right.
And so I was really inspired by that. And I've seen people critique it as well. People saying that it's a party. You know, it's too fun. It's not enough hard-hitting events happening. There needs to be more.
Right.
Maybe there can always be more.
But you got to start somewhere.
You do.
You have to start somewhere. Absolutely.
Yeah, just doing that does not take away from what else you could be doing. You know, they said it's just too... There's playing music and people are smiling, you know. That's community. Bringing people together, getting them started, getting them to mobilize is invaluable. Because what do you do after that? You get all these people together and you realize I'm not alone in this.
Absolutely.
There's 1,000 people who believe like me, who are tired of it just like I am, who want to make the world a better place.
Right.
What can we do after this is over? And that is what we strive to do. Like, this may not feel like a protest to you. It might feel like fun. But what happens next?
Right.
What happens after
not
this?
Not only that, but just our presence alone is enough to piss some people off, to make them uncomfortable. And they're going to want to try to get rid of us. So us just showing up sometimes and just having a good time, like this here, someone is at home pissed off. Someone is angry, and that's why this is also a protest.
Just shaking in their Cracker Barrel rocking chair, just mad.
Mad, just pissed off. Pissed off, waiting for their biscuits and gravy. Like, God, if I could get up from here.
If y'all didn't follow, I think the Norman PD posted that the parade's happening tomorrow. If y'all didn't follow that Facebook drama about the people here just mad that gay people are still alive, that's a good read if you're bored. Just people trying their best to spell. Oh God. They're mad and they can barely say it.
They can barely say it. You're trying to decipher their sentence because they're just throwing punctuation in there. They don't even know where it goes.
They don't know how to use a comma, so they just put one in for good measure. You know, just right. I don't know where it goes, but by God, I got one.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But I just never doubt the power of your community. Never doubt that what you're doing is a difference, because you don't know who you're impacting. You don't know who you might be helping by being visible. You might be in a Panda Express drive-through someday, and Lord knows I will be. And you know, a little queer kid might see you in a sparkly top, and they might think, maybe I'm not so weird after all. You know,
right? Yeah.
I love, as a kid, we would go down to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and I would always see Dolly Parton up there, and I thought, I didn't know the word drag queen.
You said one of these days I'm gonna look just like that.
Right. I said that she just is living her life like she wants to be. And They didn't know. Maybe the Stampede's what turned me gay. Who knows? You know. Maybe the cornbread. Not cornbread. What is it? Oh, the biscuits and that little bit of soup.
Yeah.
And the horses and Dolly Parton sparkling on TV. That's what led me to do this right now.
Yeah.
So. They should have thought.
Thank you, darling.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Take us to our next point, would you?
Oh wait. Where did we go?
Where are we?
go? Where are we?
I know where we're going after this. Panda
Panda Express. No, please. I know that for sure. That's how she got me out here. That's how she got me out here. Oh, there we are. So pride in itself is a movement. And one of the ways that we can create movements is by spending your dollars wisely. If we're going to hit the people who are affecting us where it hurts, it's going to hurt in their pockets. And that's going to be the main way to get that done. So spending your money locally, shopping local, and also knowing where your money is going, knowing who you're supporting, who their money is going to. Knowing things like that and being in the know will help us create more of a change in not only our culture, but the way that people see us, because our dollars do matter. Trust and believe that they do, because if they didn't, they wouldn't be fighting tooth and nail before all of this to get into the pride, because they want our money and we don't have to give it to them. We don't. And so that's one of the ways that you can create change is just support your local businesses, support your local breweries, support local artists. I mean, God forbid, you see someone doing something on the street, like Norman Music Festival. It was my first time going this past one, and I had a great time. And my favorite vendor was the individual that was selling Polaroid pictures for $5. I was like, look at that. I hope they're doing well. I hope they make a lot of money, because no one else is thinking of doing that. And listen, I don't know, some of y'all might be a little too young for Polaroid pictures, but you want a picture to last forever, you get one of those. There's nothing about a good Polaroid. You just gotta shake it real hard. Oh, God.
I don't think you're supposed to shake them.
Oh, are you not supposed to?
I know there's a song about it, but I'm pretty sure the directions say do not shake this.
I did. And mine is still standing.
That's why it looks so good.
Yeah, that's why it looks so good, baby. It's just blended.
Natural filter on
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is how you get their attention. If you want people to hear you, and you stop spending your money there.
Absolutely.
That is how you get them. Because you can be mad all you want, but if you still spend money there, they don't care how you feel.
You're right, exactly.
And it is a bit unfun. It is unfun to make day-to-day changes in your life and spend wisely.
Yeah.
It's not fun to tell yourself no. I don't like to be told no. I don't like to be told no. But cutting out things that aren't supporting the community and maybe not be as convenient to go and find local venues and local things. It might not be as convenient, but it will change that business's trajectory. Having a loyal customer, they need y'all. Local businesses here, they need y'all now, okay?
Absolutely.
They will actually, they will use it. Money talks, and you can really make a difference by who you support. Because if you like a business, you like their idea of them, but you don't go, it's not going to be around forever.
Right, you're not really helping them. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You got to make sure you help them to stay open.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we talk a lot about these bills being proposed and how it's a bit doom and gloom and scary. And I'm not here to frighten you. I know it's a fun festival, but also serious at the same time.
Right.
And it's important that we know exactly what's going on. And so this is not the end. We're not barreling towards the end of us, right? We're not seeing a darkness at the end of the tunnel, right? This is the beginning. Queer people have never been safe. Let me just put that out there for you, okay?
Yeah.
We have not been safe.
We've been comfortable, but we weren't safe.
Right. What was that song that came out? That song on the side. Now I don't remember it. Why'd I even bring it up then? How silly of me.
Well, you did it.
I did do it. You're right.
Yeah.
I should have wrote it down. Doesn't matter.
Too bad. Doesn't matter.
But you're right. We were comfortable, but that didn't mean we were safe.
Yeah.
And so I like to think back, and I say this every year, that photo of Marsha P. Johnson in New York in her flower crown, and she was smiling. They were raiding bars, going and attacking these trans people, antagonizing them, making them feel unsafe no matter where they went.
Yeah.
And yet she still found time to smile in that photo. She still found a way to have joy. And so they want nothing more than to deprive you of that. They want nothing more than to make you feel like Nothing you do matters. Nothing you do can change this. This is inevitable. But here we are in a festival of all these people who, against all odds, are still queer and allies, right?
Right.
They can't take that away. They can make they can try, and if you it only goes away if you let them take it.
Yeah.
But as the queer people have in history have fought, they still found a way to live. They still found a way to exist. And it was not always fun. It wasn't always easy, but they didn't go anywhere. They were still there. They've always been there, and we'll always be here, no matter what they do.
Right.
But we have to remember that we have to defend it. If we want to keep it, we got to defend it.
Yep. Absolutely.
And so how can we, ways to defend ourselves? Well, one was a brick.
Yeah. That's one. That's
Pride-
one way to do it.
Pride was a riot, yeah.
That was one. Another way is knowing what's happening in your state, knowing what's happening in your city, knowing what, I know it's boring to read material as such, and sometimes the wording it's not quite right and it doesn't make sense, but that's done on purpose. It's done on purpose so that way they can introduce these bills, these laws, and things like that can go just, well, when people don't do research, basically, they can just slide it by and people will just sign it, and then things start happening, and they're like, oh, well, we didn't know that was happening. And you got to make sure you educate yourself, because they're counting on us to not, dig into it, to ask questions of, well, what does this mean? Well, why is that being a topic of conversation? And who is this affecting? That's the biggest question that you can ask, is who will this affect? And when you know those things, that in itself disarms them, because they're not expecting you to care. They're not expecting you to care about what happens in your community.
Yeah, the most effective tool that the conservatives have is an uneducated voter base.
Absolutely.
If they can convince you to not care or not pay attention, they've already won. If they can convince you that your vote doesn't matter, they've won. Oklahoma, we think we're safely red, and they have tricked us into thinking that. Oklahoma has the lowest voter turnout.
Yep.
For their elections. That means people are staying home because they think
my vote doesn't matter.
I can get up, I can go, but what? We're red no matter what. Nothing's going to change. But if you said that, your neighbor said that, their neighbor said that, perhaps if we all together went, it's inconvenient. I know that. Waiting in line I had to wait in line at the mall, at Sooner Mall. The lady behind me, I did not like her very much.
Oh yeah, I remember
like
this story.
Her.
Yeah,
she's a bad person. But I was so excited. I was hopeful that day. I thought, I'm here in line, and I cannot wait for your face on election night when Donald Trump loses.
Right.
Boy, do I have egg on my face.
Yeah.
But if everybody would have voted, there's a lot of people who didn't vote.
Right.
What would the world have looked like then if people didn't think either we've got it in the bag, there's no point, like it's 100% guaranteed, there's no way he'll win, so I don't need to go. Everybody else has got this for me, or my vote does not matter. There's nothing I can do that's going to change Oklahoma, the landscape of Oklahoma for the better, so why even go? Yeah. And I want to get us out of that mindset. I want you to go there like your vote is the deciding vote. Right. I want you to go and say, it's 50-50 right now. I can make or break it. Yeah, I can make or break it. And if you got to trick yourself into doing, if you got to say you're going to save the world to do it, to make a little game out of it, I don't care what you do, as long as you're in that line, because we need your vote. Absolutely. We need it now. And real bad. Yeah, it might be boring, but just have fun with it. Have fun with it. Start having mini prides at the polls. Wear everything. Wear all of your pride gear to the poll and get a group of friends together, and it's going to piss some people off. And so much so, we're going to hope that they leave the line. That would be great. That they just go home. They're like, I can't take this. I can't take this. I'm gonna go home. And listen, look at that. You done changed the world. Woo. Woo. I like it. So vote. But we actually have a representative. He's running to be a representative. Jeff Pixley over here. He's running to make a difference for y'all. Y'all swing by, chat with him after this. Hello. Let him earn your vote. Yeah. I'll be voting the primaries for him. So he's got my endorsement. So y'all swing by, ask him a question, ask him what he can do for queer Oklahomans and in Norman specifically. Because if you want to make change, right there would be a good place to start. Okay. Absolutely. Now, as we're talking about how scary it is right now, they've offered us an option. They've given cisgender gay men, passing men, an option.
Right.
Turn in the weird gays. Turn in the ones who are different, and we'll leave you alone, right? Maybe we don't care about, because trans people, that's too far. You know, trans is too far. Drag queens are too far. Effeminate gay people are too far. You know, they've given you a chance to turn on them, and I've seen far too many cisgender gay men take that
right
that route to say the reason that there is so much hate right now is because of the gays who don't fit in. They say that's the reason why we're losing our rights. Mama, that's garbage.
Right.
That is stupid.
Right, because baby, if you're gay, you will not fit in with them. Period.
No matter what.
Period. No matter what. Because just as soon as they're done with one, they have to find another target. They will get bored.
Absolutely.
If they don't already have their targets lined up already, you know?
Right. They will get to you. They will get to eventually. And so to turn on your brothers and sisters and your non-binary siblings is unthinkable. It is it's a ploy to kind of divide and separate. And there is nothing that any of us can do to make ourselves palatable enough for a conservative to like us, right? There's a group of people right over there, we talked about it earlier, who want nothing more than to see us suffer. They want nothing more than to see us. People die because of their words. People take their lives because of the words that they say, the churches they go to, the things that they talk about and preach and subject these children and people to. It costs lives for these people.
Absolutely.
And they want nothing more. They thrive in the suffering. They thrive in the chaos. They thrive in the cruelty of it all. So if they can see a movement turn on itself and ostracize subsections of itself to make ourselves more palatable for now, they would eat that up. So we have to close rank and say, there's nothing that is going to let us give up a member of our community.
Right.
Just because you think that they're too different. They're not what you would say normal enough to be in what you think is the perfect society. Well, too bad. Too dang.
Too dang. There you go.
Too dang bad.
Good for you. Good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna take all of us. It used to be it's all or none of us, but we're not even gonna give them the option. You're gonna take all of us. You're going to treat all of us with respect and with human rights, and that's the end of the conversation.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And anything outside of that is stupidity. It's stupidity, and I won't have any of it. Absolutely, I won't.
Their anger belongs to them only. We didn't create it. It's not our fault they're mad. It's not our fault they don't like us. How they feel belongs to them. They can deal with it how they want to deal with it. It is not our job to figure out what we can do to make them like us. I don't care.
Right,
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
Too
many of these cis white men have been babied, even as an adult. Won't have it. Won't have it anymore.
We're not doing it.
We're not doing it.
We're not doing it today. So if you walk by there, don't engage with them. That's what they want from you. They want you to give them a reaction. They want to make sure they can feel like they did something to you. The worst thing that you can do to them is make them go home hungry. Make them go home and think, I didn't have a gay person get upset today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dang it.
Yeah, that'll do it. That means you did something right.
Two boys kissing. They Google it on the immediately as soon as he gets home.
Here, you can have that one.
Thank you.
You have that one. I'll get this one.
Lo-wee-o.
Can we go to a commercial break?
Sponsored by. It could be sponsored by.
Yes.
We'll take anybody.
Yeah.
Whoever wants
Anybody.
it. My God.
Spandex.
Sponsored by
God,
Spandex.
hello. Please.
You send me a little bit of fabric, you can change my life, okay? A bolt of fabric out there is expensive now.
I'm telling you.
6 feet tall, gotta buy a lot of it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now we'll do a little bit more positive things. We'll talk a little bit of positive stuff. You're valuable. You're beautiful.
You're important.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You are you and you should stay you. You are loved,
you
absolutely.
are loved, absolutely.
You are part of a community who cares about you.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So no matter what those signs say, no matter what the people in the comment section of Facebook say about this, it doesn't matter what they think. We are us. We are a community. We care about each other.
Absolutely.
We support each other. And they can think that we don't have any value. Too bad.
Too bad. It's their loss. It's their loss.
Right? They could live their lives peacefully. They could wake up in the morning and not hate. They could wake up in the morning and have a cup of coffee and sit on their porch and not be mad. They choose not to be because they thrive in the chaos.
Yep.
They need something to get their anger out on. And for now, it's us. And that's okay. We got too much to do. We got too much going on to hear what they have to say.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely. But if you want to see the world be a better place, if you want to see a world where we're not in fear, where being gay is not a thing you to be scared of talking about, you don't got to ask for it. You don't got to ask for it. You got to ask nobody for it.
Right.
You got to take it.
You got to take it. You got to demand it. You do not have to ask permission to be yourself. And if you are in a space to where you have to ask, like, can I say this? Can I be me here? Then newsflash, that environment's not for you. It's not for you. So that's why you need places like this. You need to go and support places like this. And then also, if you want to be bold about it, if you are in that space, you don't have to ask. Just be you. And what are they going to do? Leave? Too bad. Too bad. Bye. See you later. Because now that I got one person left, I'm about to tone it up. I'm about to turn it up. Let me see how many I can get out of here.
You would too.
Yeah, I sure will. Absolutely.
My God.
Yes.
But never forget, the first Pride was a riot, right? They did not ask, can we please be free? Can we please have our freedom?
Right.
They didn't ask for it. They took it.
They took it.
They demanded
Absolutely.
it. Don't let
Absolutely.
anybody tell you that you have to be palatable and peaceful and kind and ask nicely and do things the right way to be seen as a human with rights. They don't care.
They are.
They're going to cheat. They're going to kill. They're going to maim. They're going to hurt. You defend yourself.
Absolutely.
You don't ask for freedom. You demand your freedom.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Let's wave of patriotism. Yeah. I want to be proud, but not yet. Make it better, and then we might be
That's
proud.
okay. We can put the progressive flag behind you. That can wave.
The
Progressive
insurance
flag?
company?
No, no.
We're sponsored.
No, they're too expensive for me. Yeah.
What do you have? You drive uninsured?
What?
I'm asking.
I would never in Norman traffic. No, full coverage or nothing.
Yeah,
full coverage or nothing at all.
That's fair. Blinkers in Norman are nothing more than an idea.
Yeah.
I don't use them. Yeah. Suggestion. A loose suggestion.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you all for being here with us. I really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you all.
Yeah.
Yes, make some noise for yourselves. Yes, you can do that at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we'll do a little bit of shameless self-promotion. If you like us, we do an episode of the podcast. We release it every single Wednesday. We're based here in Oklahoma, and so we like to do timely topics that affect us here specifically.
Yeah.
And so it's a great way to support local drag. It's a great way to support local entertainment because we need you. We need you. We need you to share us and help us build a following and help us build and hopefully get our voices out there to make a bigger impact hopefully in the future. And so you can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. Queen Versus. We'll have some cards to give out after this as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, this video will be on YouTube shortly after this.
Yeah, you can follow us on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Instagram. Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah. You can
Everywhere.
follow India home. Just tailgate her all the way there.
Please. You
Now,
sure can.
Another fun thing we're doing, India and I are both going to be in a drag queen murder mystery musical. Isn't that so exciting?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be here in Norman on the 31st at the Standard at 7 p.m. And so I wrote it, I directed it, and so I'm excited to present it to you all. India's going to be a character.
Yes.
I'm going to be a character. I've got some friends of mine coming as well. And so tickets are on sale. I have to sell 25 before I leave today or they're going to break my legs. So
Hers, not mine.
yeah, she's fine, but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
in
good.
a lot of danger.
I'm good.
in a lot of danger.
Yeah.
But I've got some QR codes I can pass out if y'all are interested in tickets. Y'all hit me up. I'll make sure y'all get them so I can continue having my legs. Thank
Right.
you. Anything you want to push before we go?
God, I don't know. Oh, yeah. Actually, you can see me literally anywhere. Like I said, I am part of a Pride board, so please don't let this just be your one and only stop for Pride. You can celebrate Pride all June, all July, and every day of the year, honestly. Yes, but you can catch me. You can also catch us. We will actually be doing another one of these live tapings at 39th Street Pride, and then we will be hosting the parade for Scissortail. So you can just follow us all around. You get a little bit more of us.
We got an entourage.
We got
now,
an entourage,
okay?
yes. We're on tour now, baby. That's gross.
Who's in charge of snacks?
Okay, good. I need to talk to you. I got a list.
Uh-huh.
I
yeah.
got a list.
I love a snack.
Yeah. Please.
Oh my
Please.
goodness. Well, thank you all so much. We really appreciate you. This means the world to us. We enjoy what we do so much, and being able to come out and see community people who listen to us and enjoy what we do, it makes it all feel so worth it. So thank you all so much.
Yes.
I have been Olivia Lycan.
And I'm India Naomi.
Join us next Wednesday for a brand new episode of Queen Versus. But until then, goodbye forever.
Goodbye.
Pretend there's music playing.
All right, you all can go see Robert for your checks.